video is to give you some hope, some support and some encouragement during this really difficult time. I wish I could give you all the answers. I wish I could tell you when your pain is going to end, but unfortunately it's just not possible. The way that grief is, bereavement is, that it is a process, and it's a really long process and journey, but I can hopefully help give you some tips and some advice of how to ease some of that pain, or how to direct some of that pain elsewhere to make that journey a little bit healthier for yourself. First of all, I want to say to you, there is no right or wrong way to feel, to be, to act during this extremely difficult time. You are processing something completely new, something extremely painful, and how you act and how you feel is completely okay. But I do want to give you some ways of maybe acting in a healthier way, where you can put yourself first and where you might get some more positive results. One thing I would say is allow yourself to feel. Sit with those feelings. Sometimes they can feel extremely uncomfortable and it can be very difficult, especially if you're really upset. But those feelings are there for a reason, and it's important to allow yourself to sit with them. Some ways you can do this is write them down. Get them out of inside of you. Get them onto paper. Make them physical and visual. Another way is speaking to people that care about you. If that's a trusted friend or a family member, even if it's a pet, whatever it is, whoever it is, just speak out your feelings. If you're creative and you usually use creative outlets for getting things out, I would say do that through music, through poetry, through singing, through dance, whatever it is. Allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to get those emotions out. I'd also say don't isolate yourself. That can make it really difficult. I think it's really important to be around those people you care about. Distract yourself, even if it's just sitting in the same room and watching a movie and not even talking. It's about having that comfort, and I think that is really important. Another helpful thing is to give yourself permission to have low days. Some days you might wake up and you might feel really low and not want to get out of bed and just want to sit there. That is completely okay. And other days you might feel really good, you might wake up feeling great. That is also okay. There is definitely no right or wrong way to feel. Every day you're going to feel different, and some days it will just come to you in waves. One minute you might be fine and next thing you know you might be upset. That is also normal. It's a normal part of the bereavement process. When I say however you feel is completely fine. Please now go on to the next video for some more tips and advice. So lastly, I would like to share something with you guys. Before I do that, I just want to say to you, this has been quite a heavy theme, and I wish we had more time because there's so much more we could cover. If any of you feel affected by this, if you've got any questions to ask, you want someone to reach out to, please feel free to message me directly. You can message the Rise Collective and get in touch if you are feeling affected by what we've spoken about today. So I actually want to share something with you that I wrote for my mum, who passed away when I was 11 years old. This is a poem that I wrote. This is one of my creative outlets that I spoke about before. This poem is a poem of encouragement and courage, and I wrote it to really celebrate her life. For me, this poem signified a point in my life that I got to where I felt happier again. I felt like there was a hope for my future, and I felt like I was not going to be overwhelmed by this bereavement that I suffered. This is just encouragement to you guys. No matter how many years it takes, no matter how many days it takes, or where you're at in your life right now, you will feel hope again, you will feel good, and you will feel courage. And I just want to encourage you of that. So I'm going to share my poem with you guys now. My mother is my superhero. Daredevil might be able to navigate without sighting, and Black Panther may have saved Wakanda through the fighting, and DC have got Black Jesus on the streets, aka Black Lightning. But my mother, well, I've never met anyone with the lightning of a superhero but she. Now, I'm not talking about red lycra leggings and a cape down to her knees, but she made family everywhere on the streets and overseas. She wore a smile like the sickest cape you've ever seen. Her black curly hair framed her face and kissed her shoulders like the headdressing of a queen. And wherever she went, a respect followed her that cannot be commanded. She gave out love and respect, and so back to her that was handed, and she overflowed with the depth of understanding I'm only starting to grasp. And she gave me the fullest answers whenever I asked. She inhaled life and exhaled humility. She sacrificed and built a foundation of stability. She taught me that it was normal to feel fear and that sadness should not be refrained, that tears can be embraced and gladness can be attained. She showed me that her vulnerabilities could also be her strengths, and if channeled through the right way, can take her to heights and lengths. My mother is my superhero. She did not need immortality to make a lasting effect. She did not need a dramatic ending and then suddenly resurrects like a superhero counterpart. Her energy flows through me and I feel her beat against my heart. In my being she lives. Right here is where she stays. She grows within my soul and lives within my DNA. She's the words that escape my mouth and the poetry on my page. Her resilience is in my bones, her strength exceeds Luke Cage. My mother is my superhero. Her legacy lives on. In my dreams, words, memories and thoughts. She is never gone. Thank you.